Only psychopaths write in capital and lowercase at the same time.
For real?
Yo,
I don't know. It sounds.
I saw something that did a story or article or whatever on psychopaths and their horoscopes and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Or not psychopaths, but serial killers.
Mm-hmm.
No serial killers are Tauruses. I'm a Taurus.
Really?
Yeah.
That surprises me because I know
It was like
some
Pisces, Sagittarius.
Yeah, I
Like
could
that
see
showed. Those two showed up a lot. But I was like, no Tauruses. Like none of them. It was like top 20 serial killers.
of all time.
Or period.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder like how many serial killers do you think like are active and not getting caught right now?
Shit.
Many, but I'll tell you which one is the baddest motherfucker because supposedly he never got caught. It's
Jack the Ripper.
no BDK,
Bondage.
BTK.
Yeah, bondage, torture, kill.
Yeah.
Oh, you never got caught?
Mm-mm.
In my
Neither
head.
did the Zodiac.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
Mm-hmm. The
Man.
Zodiac killer. But back then it was different.
Yeah. It's
DNA wasn't really a thing yet.
Man, yeah, I think it's horrible, like how easy it is to get caught now. Like, I don't know if I'm complaining or feeling like, oh, I'm so glad it's easy to catch killers now.
Yeah, some of the fuckers get caught because like they play with fire too much. You know what I mean? They're like, ooh, you know. Like,
They want it. I mean, they're
yeah, well, they're narcissists, most of them.
exactly,
You know?
and they have to be different, and they have to be special, and they have to kind of thumb their nose at the authorities. So, well, I don't know, but you know, I don't know how well. I'm trying to figure out how good I should feel about like being excited talking about murderers.
I do. I like it. Had I not gone into sports psychology, I think
Forensic science,
no, probably criminal
Criminal?
psychology would have been.
criminal psychology,
But it's very stressful.
and Quantimo. That's you would have been
Quantico?
Quantico. Is that what did I say? Quantimo.
Yeah.
All right. Was that
Virginia.
that's the
Yeah,
Silence
it's like
of the
the
Lamb
FBI,
lady.
like behavior analyst and all that shit.
Yeah, I did. I wanted to do that as a kid, like, but you know, I didn't have. I told people, yeah, and then I was discouraged. So
It's very stressful, I'll tell you that.
Is
Kind
it?
of like working for the social worker because you're working like around some shit that like you have. You know, there's only so much that you can do. But yeah, because I mean, dude, the shit that you see is fucking crazy. Think
I
about
can
it.
only imagine.
Yeah.
Coach, what's the crazy? I don't even want to know. I was about to say, what's the craziest thing you've ever seen?
Right now, him.
It's just like, oh no, yeah, looking like,
Before let's wish everybody Happy New Year.
oh, Happy New Year.
Hey, serial killers, Happy New Year.
Yeah. And I'm not wearing these glasses, guys, because I want to be cool. I'm wearing
If you have to acknowledge it, that's
I'm wearing these glasses because every time I see myself, I feel like a serial killer. I'm looking everywhere.
Like this, you see him like this.
Yeah. If I'm like this, my eyes are moving about 1 million times. So I'm gonna wear the glasses and relax, see if I can enjoy this fucking podcast a little more.
I've never been like, you look like a cholo, but no, I'm like, you look like a cholo.
Damn, dog. Lean like a cholo.
You definitely do. But you got your list, so let's get into that.
Well,
Let's get
first,
into
did you guys watch the fight, Gerald McCullum, Julian Jackson?
yes.
Watch it literally right before.
And I'm just gonna tell you right now, that's the type of fight I like. I think 160. I think middleweights. Are those still middleweights now? Because that was some years ago.
They were.
54?
They're 160.
Oh yeah, so
Super.
So now they're super middleweights.
they're middleweights,
No, it's middleweights, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
then wait, okay, 154 is
super welterweight.
super welter.
Yeah.
Okay, and then it's middle, then super. Okay.
Yeah.
I
I'm
like
tripping.
the power. To me, the power starts at middleweight.
I mean, yeah. I mean, but you think Tank Davis has power?
What's he at?
135.
130. Yeah. Yes, but just like the exchanging,
Those were two
Yeah.
of the best guys
Like-
facing each other.
Yeah.
it was really like just watching. It was so exciting.
Yeah, it takes me back because I watched it. When I haven't really paid attention to that fight since that fight took place.
Mm-hmm.
But I watch it now, and I learn more things now as a coach, and I'm like, oh snap! I remember that fight because Julian Jackson was gonna fight Terry Norris. Terry Norris from San Diego, and he knocked Terry Norris out in the second round, bro. So I remember that fight perfectly. So watching it now, paying attention to what the commentator is saying, seeing the little ins and outs and fighting, I was like, wow, that's a beautiful fight.
Mm-hmm. It was
It is.
definitely. It wasn't boring.
Not at all.
Not for a second. It was really great. It was great to watch. I hope like you guys did your homework and watched that fight. So even if I had to squeeze it in at the last minute, but I still did it. What, like, as a coach, what would you tell Julian Jackson in that fight?
I would tell him not to get too eager, not to try too hard, because he was so and to be patient, because he was always knocking everybody out in the first, second, third round. He had like one of the highest knockout ratio in boxing.
Mm-hmm.
So I all the boxing historians will know, but he was like 49 and 0, I think. I don't know. No, 44 and 0 with 43 knockouts, 42 knockouts. So he knocked out almost everybody. So with Joe McCullum, you were not going to get him out, you know. So he had to be. The fight plan would have to be more patient. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so too, and I agree that it almost seemed like he allowed himself to get overwhelmed, you know, and that's that comes with the lack of patience and, you know, not allowing, you know, you gotta trust in the process. It's a 12-round fight, you know, like you said, he was used to knocking motherfuckers out like quick, and that's just not somebody that. You know,
and I mean, we're playing
happen.
Monday morning quarterback, so I mean,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
still, like, that was one thing that from the jump, the first round was
Yeah.
both of these guys are trying
Hard.
are like, hey, I'm gonna get a 1-round knockout.
Yeah.
It's not like one guy was scared and the other guy was, you know, trying to clean his plate.
Right.
Both of them were.
Yeah, I was telling Coach, I was like, I think what I was impressed by the most, I would say, both of them were doing it, but I'd say Gerald was doing it a little bit more, was just those digs to the body. Like, it doesn't matter on which side, just those that shit, it accumulates and it fucking hurts, you know what I mean? It'll get you thinking. So I think that's something that not many fighters do nowadays, you know? Just fuck it. Like,
keep going to the body.
I think people just like to go just straight for the liver, but no, you can invest a lot in the body, like early on, like both of them were.
Mm-hmm.
And it adds up for sure.
Definitely.
my question was that do you think Julian Jackson hit him with the 2 low blows on purpose?
Ooh.
Because I think it was part of his strategy to calm down the young guy, you know, because I think Gerald was 25.
He was 25 at the time. That's what
and he was trying to calm the kid down, you know, and he got up and you saw what happened.
Now with you put it like that.
I mean, there's 2 low blows within 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I would say, yeah. I didn't think it then. I just like, oh man, people, because when I see low blows happen, it's on the guard, like somebody's going for your belly, and then you kind of brush it down and you push it down and you catch it like that, and that's automatically what I was thinking. What I was questioning was, I think it was the 3rd round, the headbutt.
It looked like Julian initiated it more than anything, but Gerald got deducted the points for it.
That's the thing. That's the thing I questioned. So now we just talked about Jackson's corner. You said you were told to be more patient. What about McClellan's corner?
What would you do, Maggie? I don't know. I have to be in that moment.
I think hide the right hand more. Hide the right hand more, because I think that was his money shot right there, and obviously that's how the fight ended, pretty much, with his fucking the power in his right hand. But he was kind of like lunging in with it a little bit too much. Could have like hid his intentions, because there's a couple times where he read it. You know,
damn, that's a dope sweatshirt. All right, good, keep going.
And I think that he made the adjustment, obviously. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think he did what he had to do, man. You can tell just by his demeanor that he was there on business. You know what I mean? Doing what the fuck he had to do to figure out how to break a motherfucker down, or, you know, win the fight.
Did you have like somebody you were pulling for before? Because you and I had never seen this fight.
No.
I kind of kept wanting McClellan. I don't know why.
No.
And I kept asking
his
myself.
Shorts are yellow, so possibly.
Maybe I was like, I kept asking myself, why are you rooting for somebody you don't know either of these dudes?
This shit already happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, I think that's in a fight. You're gonna like, I gotta pick a side. I don't know. It might have been psychology. I don't know.
Did you know he was the challenger at the time?
Yeah. Well, I
didn't know that.
I mean,
from
the announcement, from the announcers, but I didn't know.
But when the fight took place, that probably would have made a difference too if you knew he was the challenger.
Oh, okay. I might have gone. Say I'm rooting for the underdog.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you never know. You never know with my brain.
Well, I don't think I would have done nothing different, because I think he had Emmanuel Stewart in his corner, and Emmanuel Stewart was just he's one of my list. He's one of my top 5 coaches. And
that's the thing. Like, I've never looked at basketball, Phil Jackson, Pat Riley. Football, Vince Lombardi. Baseball, you have coaches. I've never thought about that as far as boxing goes, like boxing coaches and great coaches. So I would just think, like if someone's like, hey, name your favorite boxing coach, I'd just say Customato, just because that's it. That's the only one I really know.
Yeah.
I was gonna go with him, but everybody knows him. I like the relationship he had with Mike Tyson, with Floyd Patterson, and Jose Torres. Those were three of his champions. Mm-hmm. Jose Torres and Floyd.
I didn't know about Jose Torres.
He's in the 70s, 60s, and 70s, and I think Floyd was in the 50s and 60s. Mm-hmm. He had a lot of good fighters, but those were his like three top guys. And you got all the video to watch about him, Customato. But I like Eddie Fudge, one of my favorite trainers of all time. Well, check out Eddie Fudge. See, I think he had Riddick Bowe. He had a lot to do with a lot of fighters. But I like his way in the corner. He was so laxed. He was always more of a mentor, motivator in the corner. He had a lot of fighters. He's the one that gave
more than 17 world champions.
He gave Freddie Roach his chance too to coach.
That's very impressive. 17 world champions. Man.
Yeah.
Just to get there once is a fucking.
One of them being Joe Frazier.
Yeah. And he's the one that gave Freddie Roach the chance he needed.
That was his pupil.
Yeah.
Pupil.
Keep going. I'm listening.
The other one, that's because you're already searching him. Is Cuyo.
Oh, so I mean, what was it about Eddie?
His like I just said, he was so calm in the corner. He was there for his fighters. He knew it wasn't about him. Never. Mm-hmm. It was about his fighters. He wasn't the one. And most of these guys who I'm talking about, except for Angelo Dundee, it was about their fighters.
He manager of the year 1975, service award. Trainer of the year, 91, 92. Yeah. Like, okay, so you say he never made it about himself. Yeah, it was always about him.
That's why most people don't know him unless the boxing.
Name a coach that you like, who's gonna stand in front of his fighter?
Oh, I'm not gonna do that, bro, because that's not cool.
Is there one that hasn't done it? I mean, who has a reputation of it? I don't want you to call out anybody now.
Panama Lewis.
Panama Lewis?
Yeah.
Who did he coach? You don't know.
Yeah. He coached. He's one of my favorite fighters, man. God, Julian the Hawk. No, not Julian. Aaron Pryor.
Aaron Pryor?
Aaron Pryor is the one who beat. Aaron Pryor is right there. The goatee, right? No, that's the fighter. That's the coach.
Right here?
Yeah. That's the coach. That's Panama.
Yep. And that's
he's banned for life.
Panama?
Yeah, for cheating.
Well, he's dead. But
he was banned for life. He was banned for life.
How did he cheat?
He's banned from life too.
Yeah. He's not allowed into the pearly gates. He took off the cotton, all the padding in one of the gloves one time with Panama with Louis Restos fought.
Oh man.
And they made a documentary about it, and then he got caught allegedly when Alexis Arguello fought Pryor, he gave him water, the one he mixed.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that clip.
Yeah,
that's no, not that one. Give me the one I mixed.
What I mean by coaching is like Panama Lewis.
That was Panama Lewis.
Yeah, he was always full of gold and rings, and that you can tell a coach's demeanor when it's about them.
Mm-hmm. It reminds me of you talking about that. You were like, that's a trophy dad.
Yeah.
So it's like it's not about the prodigy as much as it is about the mentor, and I think.
And it should. I think it should be that way, man. Like I think
it should.
We should be selfless. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With fighters, because man, it takes a lot. At least
you're not in the ring getting hit. You're not the one in the ring getting hit. Mm-hmm. You're not the one in the ring scared or dealing with that. The fuck you the one in front of the camera for. Like that's really like to me. It kind of angers me a little bit, just the idea of it. I never really thought that there could be coaches like that. But that's also something that a boxer needs to be mature enough to realize whether or not they're in that kind of relationship.
Yeah.
Because your safety is not the one that is who am I thinking of? There was a female boxer. There was a documentary about her on Hulu, white lady.
Chrissy Martin, probably.
Yep.
Oh, she's badass. She's promoting or managing fighters.
Yep. Mm-hmm. But her husband, when he was her manager, that was he was that way.
He would
You know,
also be here.
yeah, well, yeah, it was a lot more complicated. Maybe this isn't the best example of just that, but still,
were we having lunch next to them?
We
one
did-
time?
we were.
We're having lunch
That
with
was a
them
trip.
in Florida, huh?
Yep, in Florida.
really,
We're eating here, and they were right there.
Yeah, like literally right.
Yeah,
did you bother her?
I
No,
wouldn't bother.
no,
her.
no, no.
She kind of was just like, hey,
Yeah, her and her.
because we're on the
wife.
same card. She was promoting some fighters.
Okay, yeah, she runs.
Yeah.
I forget the name of her promotion
Yeah.
company now.
She was a coal miner's daughter. That's what they called her.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and she got
Tough.
yeah, no, that was
Tough,
it.
dude.
She was getting beat up by guys. And
Yeah.
She
was tough.
she really put it down.
then getting beat up at home by her husband.
Imagine if she didn't have that husband.
Well,
Maybe she needed that husband.
yeah, I was about to say like, where, how far would she have gone though?
Right?
It's crazy, right?
Will Michael Jackson be Michael Jackson
Without Joe
His
Jackson.
dad-
That's
Will Tiger,
Nope.
will Tiger Woods be without his pops?
yeah,
Peyton Manning without his dad?
fickle bitch.
how are dads such dicks?
I don't know, because that's how they created him.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess so.
But hey, man, like it's crazy. When was the last time you saw a parent that was like that? I mean, look. I don't think
The
that
the Williams sisters, their dad was like,
it's two.
Yeah,
you know what
no,
I mean?
like,
but
yeah.
you know, like when's the last time you? I really don't think that at least in our generation we'll see another pop star like the magnitude of Michael Jackson.
Oh, there's no way.
You know?
Like matter of fact, whenever I see somebody perform, and I'm gonna say Whitney Houston too.
Yeah.
I
But
whenever,
her mom too. Her mom was a fucking stage
Yep.
mom too.
Yeah, it's like but Britney Spears' mom was a stage. Both her parents. Both her parents.
They
and-
milked
and
the shit out of her.
Yeah.
They broke her.
They
Yeah.
broke her.
Homegirl ain't the same.
I think Justin Timberlake had a stage mom. Who's running the Swiftie campaign?
I don't know.
Motherfucker talking in dialect.
Yeah, well, he
I'm talking in dialect.
Oh, who the fuck is Swifty?
Taylor Swift.
Oh, fuck.
No, I'm just saying. But you're not having that greatness in you. There's no way we're ever gonna get the Michael Jackson greatness again. Are you watching that dude Kent Olaf that I sent you? There's a guy on Instagram on social media.
You showed
Kent
Oh,
it to me. That was pretty,
Olaf.
Yeah.
You didn't follow him?
No, I don't know. No. I don't follow.
He's a Swedish guy, and he's Swedish, like 40, about my age, probably almost 50, and he's a Michael Jackson impersonator. And
He's
it's
pretty good at it though.
He's really good at it. It's
Yeah.
just so fun to watch. But
Pretty
anyway,
spot on.
all right. So now we just did clutch. Who's your next coach?
Cuyo Hernandez.
CUI.
CUYO.
Yeah.
C.
Arturo Julio Hernandez.
Yeah.
C-way.
Tell me a little bit about him, dog. Let me hear about him.
Okay.
Look at that song, but hey,
He was
hold on.
born in
You
1911.
have to say all that. Just how many champions did he have?
How do you think Google works?
Let me tell the motherfucking life story real quick.
I just tell you, he's hands down probably one of the best, if not the best trainer in Mexico. You guys all know Nacho Berenstein. That was his mentor.
Damn. Not your old dog.
Yeah.
That's
Because them shits is
12
black
world
and
champions, 37 Mexican national champions.
Yep.
Now,
Man.
what made him a good coach? Because this is a great coach.
don't
Like,
know.
I
He
mean,
was a-
that's
I don't know. I wish I've seen more film of him coaching. He was the kind of coach who wear a shirt and tie in the corner.
really.
Yeah, or what do you call it? Blazer with a nice T-shirt, a turtleneck.
Yeah.
That was him. You know.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
But you know what? That's a different era.
Yeah.
Because men like they just they dressed like society dressed like that even on the beach.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not
No, like I mean, I was a generation where you got dressed to take a flight.
yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
yeah,
Just
that's
to go to the mall, all that.
the bank.
Yeah.
The bank.
Everything.
When I was a banker, I still had it would always trip me out. Like when I had customers who would get dressed to come
Yeah.
handle their accounts and stuff
Yep.
like that.
That's how it was, and I still was brought up that way, but I was so annoyed by it. Like now that I'm like, I don't care.
Mm-hmm. Laziness. Like I was watching football this weekend. The Miami Dolphins coach is all in all sweats, and every time I see him, he's got a little sweatsuit on. Every time I see him, I remember like Belichick would get shit for
Yeah.
his sleeves, but then nobody's like Tom Landry or Vince Lombardi, and just got the tie and the hat on and everything like
the
that.
back in the day shit. Yeah, soccer's different though. In soccer, like them motherfuckers have to dress up.
They do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Suit and
Basketball, I think, nope. It was for a minute.
They're not doing it anymore.
Mm-mm.
Oh, interesting.
They're not dressing down, but Like there was during the Allen Iverson years to just fight Allen
Practice.
Iverson.
Yeah.
I hate that. Don't do that because he was ostracized for being right. Remember how you told me he's like everybody's gonna see that Kanye was right.
Yeah.
Everybody like if you know the full story behind him going about practice.
Yeah.
Everybody, you're like, well, why we make a big? Why didn't we just listen to him?
Yeah.
Okay, so but yeah, like during the Allen Iverson years,
Mm-hmm.
Daniel Stern was like fighting the hip hop influence into, and he was
okay.
like, look, no headphones,
Yeah.
no, you got to dress up, blah blah, anti cornrows, everything,
Yeah.
hip hop. That he was just like
and literally Iverson was like the poster child of all of that.
Daniel Stern, Allen Iverson had an album coming out, a rap album coming out, and like even Allen Iverson now says, "Thank God that didn't happen." But Daniel Stern's the one that shut it down.
Yeah.
It was like he pulled him in his office, played his worst song. He's like, "The fuck you doing?" And Allen Iverson was like pissed, but he was like, "Yeah, he's kind of right." And the album never came out.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Allen Iverson was like he's why basketball players are who they are now, I think. I mean, like, just as far as attitude, like that stomp over the LA Laker player, like, all that attitude. But, yeah, so going back to Cuyo Hernandez, Arturo Cuyo Hernandez. What does Cuyo mean in Spanish?
It's a nickname.
This is another nickname?
Yeah.
All right. Like Flaco.
Yeah.
That's my favorite nickname, Flaco. I think I'm going to aim for that one.
You should get a dog and name him Flaco.
Ooh. Wear a backpack with them right here.
A fucking
Pick up
dog
anyone.
barked at me at Einstein's Bagel this morning.
That place was open?
Yeah.
It's your energy, food.
I don't.
I'm about to go there after this.
No, it's like somebody like I walked too close to its master, and it's and a little like nothing you could even fear.
Yeah.
One of those dogs, and the guy was like, "Just stop," and I was like, "I should punch you." Like that dog should be outside. Like you shouldn't be in a restaurant. So no, I'm never getting it. I'll get a fish. I'll name it Flaco. Flaco. All right, what we got next?
Cristobal Rosas.
Christopher.
No, Cristobal.
I know.
Cristobal.
He's might not had all those champions, but he had the two best champions. Salvador Sanchez and Julio Cesar Chavez.
Ooh.
Do you now? Okay,
It's crazy,
since he didn't have the champions that the other guys have, I'm going to ask this: do you think this is a Tom Brady making Bill Belichick famous situation, or what made him stand out even though he didn't have a lot of champions?
He had the two best champions.
No, okay,
So they hold weight over the multitude of champions.
because
That was going to be my question. You think what
I mean,
know?
would you rather have 11 champions you don't know about or two of the best that
Yeah.
everybody knows?
Yeah.
and boxing, that's so. Because that is a question. It's like, where's the energy really coming from? When Brady left New England, everybody was like, well, say goodbye to all your rings. He's like, and he got one more. And Belichick ain't even made the playoffs since.
Damn.
See what it says right there, the headline?
Dang, yeah.
Yeah, you got to translate that for
It
us.
says,
He passed.
rest in peace, Cristobal Rosas. He passed, basically.
Entrenador de Sanchez y Chavez.
Yep.
Oh, that's a trainer?
Yeah.
Trainer, okay.
Yep.
When did he pass?
What's the date of the
Oh,
fucking-
nope.
If I had to guess, like 5 years ago.
I'm trying to look for numbers.
Check,
This whole
check. Now
article.
let's see
If
how
you go all
bad
the
I
way
am.
up and look at the date of the
Oh,
article.
2003. Yeah.
Oh, that's
There.
ooh,
Damn,
20 years ago.
5 years.
Yeah, no, like the last three.
Time is relevant now.
The three guys.
For real.
All three managers have passed.
Well, yeah, they're all OGs, dog.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
All of my favorites have passed.
You don't have anybody now. You're just like,
If I had to pick somebody that I respect, besides, I would say Virgil Hunter, and then Virgil Hunter.
Yeah.
like dialing.
No, and honestly, Chepo Reynoso and Eddie, because those two men that Eddie and I'll just say Eddie from now. Eddie and Virgil Hunter, they developed the fighter from the get-go. Andre Ward and Eddie and Canelo. You could all these other coaches have never had nobody from the get-go. They just bring them to them. Like if I bring you a Lamborghini, you're gonna look good in a Lamborghini no matter what. But can you build a Lamborghini? And Virgil Hunter and Eddie Reynoso can.
That's a good point. That's a good point. It's like you're not taking, you're creating.
Yeah.
That's a real
Damn.
because and that adds to the trainer boxer relationship where it's like it's trainer first. Like have you ever seen a situation where a boxer is like, who I gotta fight? And he's like, you gotta fight let's use real talk. You gotta fight Habib Cholet. Mm-hmm. And it's like, oh man. He's like, no, don't worry, he's not with Joe no more. He's like, oh, okay, bet. Has that situation ever been real?
Yeah, it's real.
Where the boxer is less of a force because the coach he's not with a certain coach.
Yeah. I can attest. I could testify.
I won't even throw nobody under the bus.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure, 100%.
Yeah, I got to figure out how the right question because I don't want to ask questions where this comes a drink tea boxing episode.
Yeah.
You know, just podcast. I don't want any
Red table talk.
Smack.
What is that, Will Smith? Jada?
No, that's how he watches it.
I started seeing it. I did
though.
watch it after the slap because I wanted to see what it was about. And
Really?
I just lost more respect for Will Smith.
Really?
Damn, man.
I
It's because that business shouldn't even be out there,
yeah,
dog.
bro.
You know, I come from the old school that mentality. I keep all that shit to myself, bro. Like,
It's
you know,
it's he has a lot of laundry out there via her.
it's all like hung.
Like this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But it's bad. It's not even the good t-shirts.
yeah, you're right.
Oh man.
And it's I don't know. It like there's no I told a friend, he was like, hey man, you ain't give me a joke in a while. Give me a joke. So I texted him. This was my Christmas. I said, this is my Christmas present to you. Bill and Hillary Clinton did that Get Out thing and are now Will and Jada Smith. That was all.
Shit.
Right? Then when I said
weird.
that's made so much sense to me.
Yeah.
Like we found that out in real life. Like, oh, okay. Whew, that makes sense. Right?
That movie's crazy, man. That movie's crazy.
Yeah, that was Jordan Peele's only good movie.
Love that dude.
What about Keanu? The one about the cat.
That movie was stupid.
Stupid. But you know what? I kind of like what Bomac does. I think that he's really good at like I enjoy watching the adjustments that his fighter. Well, more than anything, Terrence. I think him and Terrence.
I didn't want to
really
say them because I don't know the other coach's name, and I feel like I'm discrediting him.
Yeah, I don't know too.
The other
too
guy
much
and
about their
Bomac
corner.
together make a great team.
Mhm.
That's
Who's Bomac fight with?
Crawford.
Crawford. Okay.
Mhm.
And they
Brian.
were there from the get go, and I didn't mean to leave him out. I just didn't know the other coach's name.
No, but that's a good point. Like adjustments are not what a fighter does.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like in football, a quarterback will see the defense and call an audible. But in boxing, a fighter won't make the adjustments. A fighter will be told to make the adjustments. Is that
Some
Well,
fighters can make an adjustment.
Yes, I was
on
about to
their own.
say some fighters, and that's ultimately like that's the goal for them to make the adjustment on the fly.
That's what you train them for they can
Yeah.
understand and read it.
Mhm.
I always use the reference, read the book. I always tell the guys, read the book.
really?
Yeah. So they have to make, if they don't, our job in the corner is just to get them back and soothe them and make sure that they keep doing what they're doing.
Okay.
If they're doing right, if they're doing wrong, make an adjustment.
Okay. Can you tell me about, and this is a learning moment. This is not just some tea shit. Worst coach.
What are you talking about?
Just a bad coach.
I just told you, Panama Lewis.
That was, oh no. Wait. He wasn't, okay, my bad.
It's not on my top 10.
In my head, okay.
Okay, what constitutes a bad coach to you? Like, what would be bad?
I guess getting your fighters hurt.
There's a guy named Al Snow. He's a good coach. But one day he had Tim Austin fighting Rafael Marquez. Tim Austin and Marquez was going back and forth, but Marquez was starting to fade. I don't forget what round it is, 7th or 8th. The bell rings. Al Snow goes in the ring and he starts saying, "It won't be long now. It won't be long now." Marquez was already walking defeated to the corner. Marquez sits down and just looks. This is Raf. He just looks up. He gets mad. He says in the corner, I've heard him talk about this before, but he got angry at that shit. But he gave him some fuel he needed. He was already out. He said he was ready to go.
But he heard the
And
coach
he heard
talking.
the coach talking shit. He came out and knocked out Tim Austin.
Wow.
That reminds me of Javin when we were going out to fight the bull. You gonna get to know the bull.
Oh,
or
yeah,
some
that
shit.
happened too.
And
What happened? Tell me this.
Oh well, like we were out in Coach is better at telling stories than I am, but I'll start it.
I pause a lot.
But we were so when you walk out to a fight, I don't know if many people are aware of this, but both fighters are like behind each other. At least in our like with us, it's been that way. It's like the first fighter is like
in the tunnel,
and we're like behind, and it was so man, I can't find the word for it, but the tunnel was dark, and all you can hear is them in front of us just talking, just hyping their fighter up, as I guess some coaches feel the need to do that, right? And he was saying I can't remember like word for word verbatim.
He was saying because out there, her and Gordo were behind me,
yeah,
and me and Habib were in the front, and we have a commissioner walking with us, and they're literally like 8 feet in front of us as we're walking out to the staging area, and the coach kept, and I felt bad because the coach became my friend now. We're cool. But the coach kept looking back and saying, he's facing a bull now. He ain't never faced a bull before. Oh. And this bull's going to get him, and this bull's no joke. And he used other words, bad words and all that. And I just whispered in Javi's ear, he don't know he's facing a matador today, bro. And we didn't say nothing. We just kind of like, not even smirk. We were just quiet. We all had a game face on. Like
I've seen Habib smirk, man. It's so terrifying. Like it is like I saw it a couple weeks ago because Habib, you were telling Habib to do something, and he was slow to act.
Yeah.
And he did it, but he was a little slow to act. So Coach points at me and goes, Adam does what I tell him to do when I tell him to do it.
Yeah.
Habib smirked at me, and I still feel the fear. I was like, don't use me as don't use me as a
That's hilarious.
So that was that.
That was that.
And Habib, it's funny because when we won, I had a conversation with that young man's father, who was his coach, and he was telling me after the first round, his kid had a look in his face like fuck, like Habib could crack, And then he said when Habib decided to turn it on, it was just like, oh, it's a matter of seconds now, before he stops him.
Yeah.
And that kid was sparring a lot of people, fighting people, and he's good. He's really good, but Habib just broke him. And that's one thing. Like that's one thing that you're asking me. Like that's some of the shit that sometimes you could just feed a fighter energy by doing shit like that.
Man, and I think it's awesome. Not just that he was able to turn that hate into fuel, so to speak, but that you were there to just whisper. You were there to correct. Just like he doesn't know.
I don't know why I always have a great comeback, bro. Like I don't know what it is.
Witty.
Like it just comes back to me. Like okay, let's go. I just guess I grew up the youngest one of all my cousins, and we were always talking shit to each other. And you always had a comeback right away,
It's like it's too much sometimes. I'm like,
I can just see Mags just be like, "Well, you guys stop acting like children."
I'm just like, I'm not even gonna say anything.
Who we got next?
Angelo Dundee. That one's kind of hard because I'm talking about
Angelo.
Okay. Because I just referenced about Chepo Reynoso and Eddie and Virgil Hunter. He didn't really make anybody. He inherited Sugar Ray Leonard and Muhammad Ali.
Oh, he inherited.
Yeah, he didn't train them from the ground up, but he was a great person to lean on for them,
Mm-hmm.
And he was the one that was, I don't know if at that time, Ali's trainers or what. I don't think so because Ali was so strong-willed and strong-minded. I don't know.
Now, what would
added a white person to his team because he was the only one there.
So, okay, in the time Ali was fighting, you kind of, Dave Chappelle had this joke years ago. He says, I think every group of black kids should have one white friend, someone who can talk to the cops.
Yeah.
So, like this situation with Ali bringing this dude on, you're saying that's that situation, kind of like,
I'm assuming. I don't know. That's what I felt like. Like, well, he didn't really need him.
Mm-hmm.
But
who was the responsible for Ali? Like him coming up, his
man right there.
Oh, okay, so he
became the one.
He became the one so Ali was already a fighter, and this guy
Bob Arum was promoting Ali at first, and then Don King took him from him.
He was big because of the Olympics too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And his other one was
Sugar Ray Leonard.
Okay. Somebody asked Google, did Dundee ever train George Foreman?
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
Yes. George Foreman, Jimmy Ellis, Luis Rodriguez, Sugar Ramos, Ralph Dupas.
Probably one of those like couple fights.
For a couple, but nothing lifelong.
Yeah. It doesn't make sense because George Foreman was Ali's
Nemesis.
So,
So it might have.
it's like me training Kyle and then
No.
facing him in the future to fight against Javin or vice versa. You know, training Javin to face Kyle. It's like doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
You could add anything on Google now.
Yeah, I'm just saying they asked it. Google's getting asked a bunch of questions. Matter of fact, we'll probably play a game of Let's Ask Google.
Yeah, I'm with that.
I'm just gonna put in does boxing, and let's see what comes up after that. Cause brain damage. Helping. No, this is my favorite one. Okay, cause brain damage.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. Cause. Does it cause brain damage the way smoking causes cancer?
This motherfucker.
No. Okay. Here's the third one. Oh, actually, no. The first one. The first one. Does boxing hurt? You know how many people have to Google that for Google to think that's your first question?
That's a good one.
4, build muscle, help with anger, make you taller. What the fuck?
In that case, I would have been like 6'10".
God damn.
It's right. It's
Or maybe I was meant to be like 4'4".
I wanted to clap and I fucking couldn't.
it's the sixth. It's the sixth. Does boxing make you taller? Oh
I wish I
man.
was a little taller. I wish I was a baller.
6'10".
Not till number 9 does it make you dumber? And like this is a kid. Like I know who asked, does boxing make you dumber? There's a kid who wants to be a boxer. He just asked one of his parents, and they're like, "No, it's gonna make you dumber." He's no, but he doesn't have like the information to fight his parents. So he goes upstairs to his. Does boxing make you dumber? Google. And then Google says, matter of fact, we're gonna see what Google says. Nah, there's a Reddit on it. I don't feel like reading it, but it doesn't give a direct answer. But this is my favorite one that I saw. It was the number 4th one. Let's see. Put it back in. Does boxing work in a street fight?
It can.
I think it. I don't want, like in a street fight, you're angry, you're not thinking. Those two facts.
Depends who you're street fighting, dog.
Yeah.
No, so like if you're angry and you're not thinking, and that guy you're about to put him up is a boxer, you're done. He's like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna do this and this. This is what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Because he's collected. He's calm.
You know who I would hate to face in the street? Any martial art?
What?
Fucking Muay Thai guys, dog. I always talk
Dude.
shit about them, but I wouldn't not want to.
That's why I think that's what calmed my ass down a little bit in the streets. The fact that somebody, because I mean, you know how I got the Peaceful Jedi?
No.
Okay. No, not how, but that online, I go by the Peaceful Jedi. I got that in 2003 or 4, and it was a joke because I was getting into bar fights left and right. And so Star Wars just started its resurgence, and I think they was like, you need a username for fantasy whatever. And so I was like, oh, I'm the Peaceful Jedi, haha, because I get into fights all the time. And it went through my life. Like last assault I almost had, but never got registered as an assault, was in 2019. Okay? And I've since calmed down. But one of the freaking motivations to just, hey, walk away from this, that guy could know Muay Thai.
Yeah.
There's no walking away from that. You're getting carried away from a Muay Thai fighter every time.
I think about it. Like, if I were to get in a fight, I'm definitely kicking you. I used to fucking do that shit like a long time ago. I did it like at the same time as boxing. And not many people know that. So I'm kicking you and I'm blowing out your motherfucking kneecap as soon as you fucking come near me.
I know, in a street fight. I mean,
In a street fight.
Yeah.
I mean,
No.
But I mean, like wrestling, I know it's fucking tough and all, but I'll bite you, dog, in the street fight. I'll fucking grab the nuts and pull them. I'll do whatever the fuck in the street. In jiu-jitsu, the same shit.
Yeah.
You might neutralize me, whatever, but you're not gonna go. But in a Muay Thai fight, bro, like once they kick me in the leg or fucking elbow me in the fucking, I'm done.
Yeah, no, that's just it. It's like they know all the secrets. They know all.
They invented that fucking sport because they had no weapons, dog.
I want to fight a capoeira guy.
That shit's fucking crazy. That shit's crazy.
I just go for the dancing.
Yeah, I'll calm down. I'll watch him dance.
You know, it's funny, bro. My brothers, when they were all little, they used to fight in the sala. They used to be like banana in the living room. Banana way.
Really?
They weren't doing capoeira, but they liked the movie. They saw a movie when it was in it.
I can't remember what movie it was, but I know.
Yeah, but they would all dance in the living room because my brothers would all spar at night with all their friends at the house.
That's how lame capoeira is. It was like there was only one movie. Hollywood did one movie. It's like let's make 4 more Karate Kids.
You make a great point, man. I was thinking about this the other day. I don't even think I brought it up to you, coaches. I think that it'd be great to have a movie, like a boxing movie, and get everybody like on board. I don't know, just like a resurgence. I'll use your fucking word. But not like Southpaw, not like Creed. I'm talking like for real, like where a real fighter comes from. I think back in the day, I think kickboxing probably gained popularity because of the movie Kickboxer. Yeah. You know what I mean? I think that'd be
Do you have a favorite boxing movie? Mine's Rocky 3.
Yes.
Hands down,
and
Rocky
nobody
3.
knows about it.
What is
Actually, it's the reason why I even got curious to start boxing was
what is it?
It's called Girl Fight. Nobody knows it though because
it's a
very
girl.
low key.
It's a girl.
It's a real movie though. It's the girl from Fast and the Furious.
Michelle Rodriguez.
It was her very, very first movie ever. And I'm kind of upset that I gave away that DVD. I donated it and I don't have it. Now I can't find it anywhere.
Amazon Prime.
They have it?
Yep.
But it's like the
Oh, you gotta get a lifetime.
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
You can watch. You can buy it on Amazon Prime, and I will this week. I'm gonna watch this week. We'll talk about it in next week's episode.
Okay.
I ain't gonna watch that shit. So
I didn't. Did I say you? I just said I will.
All right.
And I'm gonna pay the $4.19.
Oh, it's $4 only.
It's yeah.
I saw $149.
I see $149.
I was like,
wait, where?
This shit. I was tripping, dude.
Where's the 100? I don't see 149.
No, so I'll watch it too. Then I thought I see it at 149. I was like, hell, no, I ain't watching that shit.
Girl Fight. Is that?
I don't know who that's Anne Hesh.
No, she's not in that movie.
See? Okay, then this is the wrong movie.
Yeah, it is. It's
so this one's starring Anne Hesh and James.
I'm like, what's that white lady doing there? She's not in the movie.
I just assumed
that. Just put Girl Fight and Michelle Rodriguez.
Oh, maybe my bad. I used 2 words, so this one is 1 word.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, this is it.
That's it. The trainer doesn't want to train her. Like, he's kind of
Where's
similar.
It at? Where can you see it? Oh, yeah?
Currently unavailable. Yeah, you can. Jeez. I'm going to find it.
Okay, let me know.
I might have to go back to my old pirating ways to find it.
I fucking donated that DVD, and had I known that you can't find it anywhere, I would have kept it. Because I figured, I could just stream it. Why do I need the fucking physical copy for? But, yeah, that movie influenced me to, like, fuck, I wanna try it. I watched it a long time ago.
Yeah, the Rockies. That's my impetus.
And how big was it in back in the day? Like, I think that had a huge influence on society, and the sport was. I think it had more eyes. Even though we have social media now, it's so hard to wrap your head around that.
Well, okay, so you have to not only have the movie, but you have to have the actualization of it. Mm-hmm. Or somewhere to actually go see it, something to go see. And Rocky had boxing.
It had the story.
It had the story, had everything. And then when the movie was over, it was like, okay, now I can go watch these guys fight. So now it's like, if there's a resurgence or whatever, do you think boxing has what can entertain the audience?
I think it's on the way. I think this past year, and we'll talk about it. I think probably in the next episode, like all the good fights that we had this past year. There was a lot of good fucking fights that I was like, wow, I'm stoked. Like the first one that I can think of is, like, I don't know why it's right on the top of my head, is Plant versus Benavides. I'm like, that was a great card. Actually, that was a great card.
You want that to be our fight this week? This week.
Watch it?
The fight to watch?
I mean, that was kind of recent. That was kind of recent.
But whatever you guys want.
Whatever you want. I don't care. But, I mean.
I don't have to watch that fight. I have it.
It's in your head?
I remember. The first 6 rounds were pretty much Caleb. Yeah. And then he gassed out.
But you should watch it and give us our feedback.
Okay. Yeah. Because I'm still, like, I don't know how to go back. That's the thing about boxing, man. It's like I have to learn the sport in order to be good at the sport and, learn the history of it. It's like you just don't see that with pretty much everything. Baseball, that wasn't it. It was like, to learn baseball, I guess I grew up in the history of baseball. You know what I mean? Like they were talking to Shohei Ohtani. They were talking about Hideo Nomo.
Fuck. Oh no, Nomo's cool.
They're both Dodgers.
I know.
Okay, they were talking
Nomo's
about
cool.
Hideo Nomo, and he was like, "Oh well, he was before my time." I was like, "You motherfucker!" Right? Like I was Hideo Nomo before your time. That was 90. That was 94, 93. You know,
Hideo Nomo was a pitcher, right?
Yeah. Hideo Nono. He was a badass pitcher. So, but I guess now you do have to study. You do have to study. So, all right, I'm gonna watch the Benavidez fight this week and talk about it next week. Yeah. And we're gonna keep going next week. We're gonna keep going through your list of coaches. We have,
what we didn't mention?
Oh wait, matter of fact, we just have one left.
Yeah.
Okay, Gerald.
No, that's the fighter.
Oh, that was the fight. Oh, Emmanuel. We made it through. No, okay, we got Emmanuel Stewart. I thought I heard his name already.
Yeah, because we were talking about Gerald. That was his.
Oh, that was his coach.
Yeah. But for me, I think synonymous with Emmanuel is Tommy.
Oh, Tommy the Hitman Hearns.
Mm-hmm. Tommy Hearns.
I'm still Stewart. I started going Stearns. My brain. My brain is so fun to watch sometimes, like what it does. Just take half
Yeah,
words.
I know. I get, like, it's so funny. Adam tends to not greet people. He'll just start talking about something as soon as he sees you.
Well, it just happened. That was the first time it happened to you. Like, Coach and
you
Gordo.
always do that to me. What do you mean?
And
hey, so la 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 la. I'm like, hi, okay.
Yeah, you kind of walk into with me. And I told Mike, you were talking to Mike, and I did it. And I was like, Mike, you just got Adam'd. And then I walked away. You know, it's weird. I'm glad that I'm around people who, you know, don't necessarily understand, but love and know.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Yeah.
All right. Emmanuel Stewart. Oh, he's passed too.
Mm-hmm. He was he became a commentator, right?
Yeah.
HBO.
Who did he box? I mean, who did he coach?
Tommy Hearns, Gerald McCullum. He helped Chavez at the end of his career.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't go on and on. There's a lot of guys that he helped.
But, you know, I think Coach has I guess we can end it on that note. He has a cool little anecdote of when you were across the ring.
Oh, yeah.
From him.
You were across the ring from?
So, I was training Christian Bojorquez. We were getting ready to fight Walter Sarnoy. And they brought us in as a B-side to fight him at Pachanga Casino. On my way to the fights that day, one of my friends was with me. He says, name some of the coaches that you really look up to. We didn't even know who we were fucking facing, bro. We were like on our way over. I mean, we knew Walter, but we didn't know who was the trainer or nothing. This is before fucking all that shit. Social media and all that bullshit. So I go, so I told him the names of the coaches, same names that I gave you right here.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, oh, wow, that's cool, man. And why this and why that? And I was telling him, we pull up to the venue and it says, guest of honor, Emmanuel Stewart.
Oh, man.
And so I'm like, oh, and I walk right in. And, bro, he sees the guy right in front of me. And he's like 3 feet away from me. And he's like, hey, Emmanuel Stewart's right there. Joe, you want to take a picture with him? And I'm like, no, I'm cool, bro. Like, I didn't want to seem like a fucking fan.
Yep.
I did want a picture, but I was like, no. And he looked at me when I said no, not knowing that when we start doing the weigh-ins, you get medical checkup and you start checking in with your fighters. And then all of a sudden I hear, Bojorquez Sarnoy, come do your paperwork. And we get up and I go with Huevo. What was his nickname? Huevo. And then here comes Emmanuel Stewart with Walter Sarnoy. I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm facing him? You know, like, I'm not even thinking about the fighter facing him.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm thinking of BB facing the coach, you know? And he looks at me and he kind of winks his eye at me, you know, like, you didn't want that picture, huh? So after that, we wait in, fucking go eat, go check into our room. The next day, the doors open at 5. I go down to the venue at about 3 o'clock just to see, you know, just to calm before the storm. I just like to do that when I can. Mm-hmm. So I'm in there, and there's a couple guys fixing the chairs. Who walks in? Emmanuel Stewart. And we're like both have our hands in the ring. He goes, so we're going to go against each other today, huh? I said, yes, sir. Good. How long you been with that kid? I said, since the amateurs. Good. He goes, I'm going to give you some advice. I don't know what. He just said, gave me some advice. He goes, never be a fighter's friend. He goes, no. He said, don't ever be a fighter's best friend. Just be a real friend, and coach him. Never stop coaching him. I said, thank you, and I never got a picture with him, but I sent it's with me.
That's dope.
So we fought them, and we dropped each other. And I look across the corner, and it's him, and fuck, dude, man, I've been having a memory loss right now. Fucking Triple G's coach, Abel Sanchez.
Abel. Yeah.
Abel Sanchez, Emmanuel Stewart, and Rodrigo Mosquera are on the corner. They're all, and I'm going against them, right? And I have my guys, and my guys are inexperienced, and I'm the only one. I had no experience at that time in the pro level. I was barely moving up, and we beat him. And he congratulated me after the fight.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that was a good one, man. That one goes down.
That's dope. That's dope.
But I still look up to him.
Oh, you have to.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. You have to. All right.
Like, comenta, subscribe, motherfuckers. It ain't that hard, dog.
Do it.
Hey, you know what? All right, I'm gonna bring it up right now. Well, why don't we just change the name to Between the Bellz on the fucking YouTube? People can't find that shit.
You can't, because it's YouTube.
You can't change the name?
YouTube does not allow. You have to have, there's reasons that it is where it is. I'll talk about them. But it's like you can't just pick a name and stuff like that. But we'll address certain issues anyway like that. That's the kitchen. That ain't dinner table. That's kitchen conversation. That ain't dinner table conversation. We at the dinner table now.
It's happening. All right. A lot of people asking.
You guys are awesome.
Thank you guys for following.
This has been a Point and Yell production. Yeah, I think the words, but sometimes they don't come out of my mouth no good.